Uh-oh. Black Power is the General Rasu and Seti, and I'm black at y'all ass again with this real fucking talk. Y'all know what it is, KingSeti.com, ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, got all these African products for your DVDs, t-shirts, got African jewelry, Kemetic jewelry, stacking up. Want to look fly? Come on over to KingSeti.com, goddammit, and get fly real quick. To my family out there, just got off of Patreon, General Rasu Seti, Ancient Egypt, West African connection. Very powerful. Very powerful. I go where no nigga could go. We ain't gonna keep reading off of Wikipedia when we do this shit. We gotta do some original research. Y'all stealing everybody else's research, putting it up. You got them original research, rocking the house. You see what I'm saying? Rocking the house. Ain't reading off of shit. Reading my wisdom about my damn mind. So get on over there and check it out. Patreon, General Rasu Seti, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. God damn, there's so many damn videos over there. I don't know how niggas probably just sleeping on GeneralSeti.com, Seti Uni, just sleeping. Nigga, wake up, goddamn it, put another wisdom video on, keep learning, keep developing. You understand what I'm saying? So get on over there, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, over 500 videos and growing. Goddamn it, anything in the universe that can be touched, goddamn it, I'm touching. Okay? Now, today, I'm about to go in on these niggas who done lost their way. They don't even know where they at. Motherfuckers say, where you at on the map? Nigga can't even tell you. Niggas, can't even, you ask them what state they city in. Motherfucker don't even, goddamn, I say, goddamn, man, it's bad. You understand what I'm saying? It's bad. Only thing a motherfucker could do is punch that shit in the goddamn map quest. Goddamn it, punch that shit in the map quest. If the goddamn telephone, if the cell phone don't get you there, goddamn it, you ain't gonna get there. You see what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. Nigga, if we come from a people that was navigating the oceans and seas and shit by the stars, you understand the stellar count? You understand? Now these niggas right here, they can't even get to the corner store without the goddamn map quest. You see what I'm saying? So, we are people that's disoriented. We don't have no orientation. You got some motherfuckers say they come from up under the ocean and say, nigga, where you come from? Say, I'm from Atlantis. I say, well, where that at, my nigga? Can we put that shit in the GPS? Motherfucker can't put it in the GPS. So that leads to nowhere. Where you from, nigga? I'm from Lumeria. I say, well, where's Lumeria at, nigga? Where at on the map is Lumeria? It's up under the water. So it's under the water. I say, well, goddamn, why does everything lead to nothing? You understand what I'm saying? Some niggas is from way out there in the goddamn stars, and I'm with you. I understand allegory and this, that, and the third. But I wasn't born on no star, nigga. I was born from my mama womb. I ain't right here on the planet Earth. And so when it comes time for niggas to do what they got to do on the earth and be held responsible for the shit that they got to do on the earth, choo, niggas out of here. Niggas out of here. They take the first motherfucking rocket ship up out of here. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna take the first motherfucking rocket ship up out of here. So, we from a lot. So, see, we don't have no orientation. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the casualties. That's one of the goddamn casualties of being, in a so-called conscious community. And I had to say that shit. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers wonder why the conscious. I said, what the fuck? Where's consciousness on the map? You know what I'm saying? That's a goddamn, in a way, that's just a never-ending portal. That a bottomless pit, motherfucker falling and fuck. Where is it? And this motherfucker, his holy land, Israel. This motherfucker from Morocco, and he don't even know where. And it ain't the Morocco in Africa. It's some other Morocco. Al Morocco and all this shit. And this nigga from Mecca and this nigga from over here, and goddamn Sindhu land and all of this shit. So, and all of this is swallows up in what we call the conscious community. And you wonder why ain't nobody got nowhere, because don't nobody know where the fuck they going. They don't have no orientation. You know what I'm saying? And one key factor, and I say that, I say, damn, why is the world upside down? Motherfuckers say, and it's upside down, not the one that's on my thumb image, my thumbnail, but the one you looking at. You saw many niggas talking about, but they don't stress that. You know what I'm saying? And they not gonna stress that, because if they stress it, it's gonna destroy whatever myth they believe in. Because some motherfucker, if you go out the Bible, they say, it started over in Mesopotamia. Okay, it started in Mesopotamia. And I even the white man ain't found no ancient art fossils, and even all of that is a bunch of, put together myths. You understand what I'm saying? That I'm gonna destroy that shit very soon too when I destroy this migration, early human migration myth. And I got that lined up for tomorrow. I'm gonna crack their head, which is connected to evolution. You see what I'm saying? But if you understand the orientation, and I'm gonna show you today. And when I show you this shit, it's this right here should totally just, and a lot of motherfuckers gonna run from it. And they're gonna run from it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you where the Indian man, which he ain't the original man of that land over there. I told y'all that. You understand? They done did the same thing over there that these Peckerwoods done did over here. Then ran all the African, murdered and executed. Just like in Tasmania. You go to Tasmania today, ain't one original Tasmanian over there. Goddamn cracker. So if you went over there and you didn't have no history that there was once a whole nother people there, you wouldn't know, that they some fraudulent, conquerors, and you know what I'm saying, that came in and seized another man's land. So that's the same with much of Southern Asia, just the whole of Southern Asia. Not this part, you know what I'm saying? Now it's just, pockets, across the map. Let me bring something up as a talk. So you see right here, now, this is top side up. See, for the nigga out there, I threw him a curveball. You're going to say, God damn, it is upside. No, nigga, it's top side up. You understand what I'm saying? We are people of the Southern Nile. We the people of the Southern Africa. Because that's where the African went, in which I'm going to show. You understand what I'm saying? He went south before he came down north. When they looking at, a lot of the early human, settlements is in Southern Africa. Yeah, long before they come to East Africa. You see what I'm saying? And so, this is top side up. Now, let me work out with y'all. I had to keep going over this shit. Now, here, that's a beautiful map. I've been searching for this for so long. Let me come on up out of here so I can give you the bigger picture. Let me give you the bigger picture. Okay. So, when you're looking at orientation, you see right here, this it ain't really little, but compared to the continent, it look like a little speck of water sitting on the east coast in the middle, mid-east Africa, right there. You see, that's the source of the Nile, the source of the White Nile, right there in Uganda, between Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania. So this is the home of the early Africans that came down that river. But as they congregated around these Great Lakes, you understand what I'm saying? They went south. You got the Khoisan over there, in the Kalahari, South Africa. You see what I'm saying? You got the Twa over here in the Congo rainforest. You see what I'm saying? So, and then they came down. So this is down north. You see what I'm saying? Now, let me just bring this shit up. Motherfucker, north could, we say north because that's a word that says, in a particular direction. You see what I'm saying? But it ain't got to be, the term ain't got to be north. Shit, you can flip that shit, but it's how you train motherfuckers. You can train a motherfucker. What is north? You could have said that was east. You understand? You could have switched it, and then, so you know what I'm saying? The latitude, you understand, is east and west, longitude, north and south. You see what I'm saying? You can switch that shit. So it's all on how your ass get trained. You know what I'm saying? So those are just terms. So when we say north is towards Europe. Okay, but it's down north. Because we begin at the beginning of the night. So when we go towards Egypt, we're going down. The river is flowing down. It's not flowing up. The river is flowing from the interior of Africa down into Egypt. Okay, so that's down so that's down north. Now, if you come up the river, you're coming up the river to go south. That's up south. Ethiopia is up south. Uganda is up south. Kenya is up south. You see what I'm saying? And so in order to regulate that map, you understand, in its true orientation, you have to put Africa top side up. We came down the river. Europe is at the bottom. You should not have no fucking map with Europe at the top at all. Nigga, that if you sitting in there and you ain't teaching, that's one, because that's going to clear up a lot of shit right there. You see what I'm saying? They're going to, and once people, and see, that's easily can be proven that's how they taught in ancient Africa. Okay, we're going to go straight to the facts. So when you look at the nomes of Africa, which is districts, let me blow this up a little more. I'll come back in. These are the districts of ancient Egypt, which are counties. You see what I'm saying? You can say those are the closest thing to a county. Now, this is how they counted. The first county was Seti in the south. You see, number 2. 3 was where Narmer came from, Nikan. So that right there, now Narmer is the first king. He's the first king of ancient Egypt. See how far down that man came from? That man came from all the way down. Let me take that out of there. Let me take that out of there for right now. You see right there. You can see he come from the District 3. You understand what I'm saying? County Nikan. Okay? Hyrcanopolis. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. You see what I'm saying? Nikan. So you see right there. Then you got 4. And so you see when they get to 22, see, this is what they call Upper Egypt. See, and before it was even Egypt, this right here from 1 to 22 was Ethiopia. This wasn't even Egypt yet. You understand what I'm saying? The first capital of Egypt is Memphis. I want to clear that up now. So y'all understand that from 1 to 22 is which later became Upper Egypt, because these are the 22 nomes of Upper Egypt. These are the 20 nomes of Lower Egypt. Okay, so a lot of people, you got certain motherfuckers that try to play that Middle Egypt, and that's all right. You understand what I'm saying? For nigga that, then, because they don't want to put the whole picture together. The first 22 nomes of what later became Upper Egypt was Ethiopia. Okay, the first capital, hear me out, of Egypt is Memphis. Okay, and so you see Memphis is the first nome of Upper Egypt, but these 22 nomes already been laid. You see what I'm saying? Because Nikan, Narmer, the first, he come from down here. He come from the third nome. You understand what I'm saying? Nikan, where they found the Narmer's palette, where they found Scorpion Mace Head, Narmer Mace Head. You understand? That's where they found that at, down there. So even though he king of Egypt, you understand, he still went to his homeland, his ceremonial holy land, which was Nikan, and that's where they found much of that king's his artifacts, a lot of his artifacts during his rule. So you see right there, they're counting down. The top is 1, 2, counting down, and 22 is near the delta. And then when they got to Lower Egypt, this is really Egypt. This was Ethiopia. So when they say the uniting of the two lands from 1 to 20 down in the delta is really Egypt. Okay, that's Egypt. And then they united Ethiopia and Egypt, and this is the uniting of the two lands. And so you will see many of, you will see Happy, and you will see the two gods, they twisting the vine of, the two lands together. You see what I'm saying? So, but later on, as it began to grow and they became one and everything became known as Egypt, this has been forgotten. But if you want to read up on that even deeper, go get The Destruction of Black Civilization by Dr. Chancellor Williams. If you ain't got that, your ass bullshit. You need to quit watching all these goddamn videos on goddamn YouTube. Nigga, get you some Chancellor Williams. Get you some Dr. Ben. Get you some Sheikh Diop. Get you some Drusilla Dungy Houston. Get you some Ivan Van Sertima up there, goddammit. What the hell y'all down there? What the fuck is y'all reading? Y'all niggas ain't even reading. Y'all niggas ain't even reading. Y'all niggas just watching videos and shit. That's all right. At least you're trying to do something. But nigga, the mind, when you read, you conjuring areas of the mind that cannot be conjured by just watching something. Unless you got some of them goddamn images from Seti. Now, if you got goddamn niggas can't even go to sleep at night. I just motherfucker be on emailing me talking about goddamn, man, the shit you showed me, dog, I can't even go to sleep. This shit is in my head so goddamn deep. I just want to wake up in the middle of the night and just start doing goddamn research. So you see right here, we could prove that the Africans is counting from the south down. And so Europe is at the bottom. Okay? And so now, what am I saying? So for just like Egypt, just like the knowledge is flowing from the interior, so it is with the rest of the civilizations on the planet. Okay? You can see that the Africans are sailing in, from the south down into these areas and establishing civilization in Southern Asia. Okay? Because in the south, in every instance that the civilization of that area, whether it be, let me blow this up so y'all can see a bigger picture. Whether it be what they call Mesopotamia, whether it be over here with the Indus, whether it be over here in China. You see what I'm saying? The Africans settled all of that. And I can prove it. You understand what I'm saying? I can prove it. Because all of that migration shit, even when you're dealing with migration, goddamn, I mean, you can't put another people in the land until we show up. Because if you're going to deal with this fake migration and fake evolution shit, that when the man came into the land, he had to be African before he mutated. Okay, so ain't nowhere on the planet you can place another people before you can place that original African in the goddamn land. Okay, unless you're going to prove another source of how you got on this planet, which I wish you would do, because we do not claim you at all. I don't, and don't have to. Some motherfuckers got to find a way, because that crackatosis is running hard in their ass. And so they got to look, oh man, we all come, bitch, shut up. We don't all come from nothing. You understand what I'm saying? That's a wicked goddamn hypothesis created to destroy us. And we got to know that and understand that and move away from them goddamn lies. And so you see here, now, This is a beautiful map. I love this map. It's vivid. I love it. And so you see again, you can see when you talk about the Indus. Let me move these up out of here. Let me move these up out of here. These the brothers coming across that water with that tray. And just like I said, ain't no Indian Ocean. And I see just recently Africa is talking about renaming the Indian Ocean. How many years I've been already saying this was the Kushite Ocean? How many years? Goddamn, I've been teaching that for over 20. Ain't no goddamn how it's gonna be an Indian when ain't no goddamn Indian. Goddamn, the Africans coming across these waters before Indian even existed. Then you got down here, you got the Arabian Sea, and the goddamn Arab ain't nothing but a landlocked camel herder. Ain't never heard of a goddamn ship until they made up these goddamn lies about a Sinbad. You ain't never heard of no goddamn Arab on no ships. Goddamn it, we put them motherfuckers on the ship. You ever heard of goddamn Muhammad and them fighting on the seas? Them motherfuckers was fighting on the backs of horses and camels. They didn't know nothing about no goddamn boats or none of that. Come on now. And they're going to name a sea after a landlocked camel herder people. You understand what I'm saying? That just show you that they plan. All of this shit got to be renamed. Not only the orientation, but you don't even see and you created it all. And you don't even see your name nowhere. You wouldn't even know you had, anything to do with these areas. But we founded the whole of the southern Asian continent is Kushite. It was the original people of the land. It wasn't the Indian, wasn't the Oriental, wasn't no other people in that land but the Kushites. It was as African as goddamn the continent of Africa. And that many areas have been, been wiped out. The conquerors and colonizers have came in, no different that they didn't came in many other lands. In some lands, they were more brutal, and they were always brutal, but so brutal till they just wiped out whole populations to where you no longer have, there's no identity that they were even there. You see, but there's still enough Africa there to let you know, and they won't even publicize it. Just very recently, you will see it on TV where you will see some African, they wiping them out. The Andaman Islands. It ain't gonna be long. They're gonna wipe that out. Them damn them Indians, they smile in your motherfucking face. They over there, committing genocide, taking over the land. You understand what I'm saying? So it won't be long before they'll have them on a reservation or some shit, and then they'll be extinct. You see what I'm saying? So let me come on down. And so you see, in which I'm gonna blow it up much clearer. So you see right here, when you talk about the Indus is right here in Pakistan now. They separated India. The British separated Pakistan from Greater India. The British did that and gave Pakistan to the Muslims and gave India to the Hindus. But you see right there that this river right here, the Indus River, which I'm going to show y'all very much clear, right, is the closest to Africa. Everything is close. You see right here, down here, right there on the Persian Gulf, right there, Kuwait, southern Iraq is where Sumer was. All of it is in the south. You understand? Very close to the what they call the Arabian Sea, which is nearest to Africa. You see what I'm saying? That the Africans are sailing down into these areas. And because they've got so many river systems that they have already built up in Africa, they go into areas, that's very similar to the area where they come from. And they go, right to work, building up a colony, and then, expand and expand. Because once you built up to the point where you got, you got so much wisdom and knowledge, you got so much export, you know what I'm saying? Then you go to other areas, people expand because it could get crowded. You understand, in certain areas. So they'll move over and they still connected. But yet they still connected. Now, let me come on just to prove what I'm saying. Just to prove what I'm saying. That's a lot of goddamn maps, y'all. There's a lot of goddamn maps. Let's go to southern Mesopotamia. Let me put this in here. So you see here, now, even in the Bible, I always bring it up because they lied too soon, and they put some of that shit in there they should not have put in there, and they wish they could. That's why they revising that motherfucker, taking all that shit out of there. Now, we talking about Nimrod, who was supposedly the father. No, we know, goddamn it, that ain't no Nimrod. This is just another creation to hide the fact that the Africans was responsible for creating this goddamn civilization. The only reason they created a Nimrod or a Cush or any of that shit to say they come from a goddamn Semitic father, controlling the narrative. So we know that, but what they did say, which they shouldn't have said, but it was so evident at that time that, they said it, it was that Nimrod, who was the founder of Mesopotamia, was the son of Cush. Now today they want to say, well, and then see Cush, and then if you go in the King James Bible, it says Ethiopia, which means burnt face. So if your goddamn daddy burnt face, you already know what you look like, unless you're albino, but you're still African. You see what I'm saying? And it says, okay, this is Genesis, if I'm not mistaken, 10. I ain't gonna go to the top. You can look it up yourself because it ain't so important right now. And Cush begot Nimrod, and he began to be a mighty one in the earth. Okay, he was a mighty hunter before the Lord, wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. Now listen, and the beginning of his kingdom was Babel and Erech, Akkad, Calneh, in the land of Shinar. Now Shinar is Sumer. You see, which is this purple. So this is the beginning. And then it says, out of that land, Sumer, out of that land went forth Assyria, which and Nineveh, and the city of Reboth and Kala and Reason, which between Nineveh and Calneh, the same as a great city. So Assyria and what we call Nineveh, which was in the north, came up out of Sumer. So the civilization is moving from the south to the north. Okay? It's moving from the south to the north. Now, this is no land down here that's going to originate no people. This is still it is some greenery down there, but it's not like the Nile. They don't have no stone. They don't really have the type of precious resources that the Africans had. So, and I've never heard no academia nowhere say that man originated here. Only the fucking Bible say that shit. So you see right there is coming. So that goes back to what I'm saying is that's right here to modern day Kuwait, southern Iraq, that the Africans is sailing in. And wherever they land, that's where they set up at. When you go to the United States, you understand what I'm saying? The first place that they landed, the European, was on the East Coast. And that's where you find the original 13 colonies. Now, we know that the Africans was here. We just showing you that usually when the people land, that's where they're going to set up home base at. You understand what I'm saying? So the civilization of Mesopotamia moved from the south to the north. You see what I'm saying? So you can see right here from this map. Very good map. You see right here in that area you see the greenery. You understand? From Oman down and up to what you call Iraq. You understand? This is where you have Elam. This is where you have Sumer. You understand? This is where they said, and then the Indus River. So as they come from Africa, they go into the Indus River. You understand? And we ain't even talking about Dwarka, which was a city that was said to be built by Krishna, one of the Black Christ of India, which is nothing but Osiris, is right here. I moved the star. That was Dwarka. They said, it went up under the earth, under the water. You understand what I'm saying? But even that, You know what I'm saying? Even a Christ figure. His city was on the side, the Indus Valley, closest to Africa. So all of these, you can see the Africans are settling down, coming into these areas, and this is where they originate, in the South. Okay, so I don't want to hear nothing about no motherfucking hell. Noah landed no goddamn ark in no goddamn mountains and shit, and came all the way down here to build a civilization, and he ain't set up no cities along the way. He come from way up out these mountains. I got the shit. I don't need to go over this shit. This is Elam, which was another in Persia. You see Persepolis, and where you look on the movie 300 and you see the Immortals. That was the nappy-headed brothers on the walls over there, coming straight from the Nile Valley. Okay, coming straight from the Nile Valley. I don't want to jump the creek yet. I just wanted to see if I got that damn map where they dealing with. Here you go. Here you go. This one. But matter of fact, I'll leave that down here because as I deal with Sumeria, you got Arabia Felix. Okay, a lot of people don't know about that. Now, Arabia Felix was the southern portion of Arabia, which is termed Happy Arabia. Okay, this was the best part, and even the Arabs, with their thieving asses, claimed that most of the, even Muhammad's tribe, the Quraysh, came from Arabia Felix. Okay, that's that southern portion, which was nothing more than an extension of the Aksumite Ethiopian Empire. Okay, so even in not only the Persian Gulf over here, matter of fact, let me get that star. Let me copy that. So not only do you got the southern origins of the Mesopotamian, you got the southern origins of the so-called Arabian. So as you coming across, it's all in the south. So you see how they going. You see what I'm saying? They mastered this, and then they went on over there to the Indus Kush, which is right there. So you see how they develop in this area. It's coming from the south. You ain't got no input from the north. This shit is at the bottom. You see what I'm saying? This shit is at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And so the African ain't even though they will get in those areas. You understand what I'm saying? They are going to push past these areas. You understand what I'm saying? But when it started getting so far to where niggas started going towards Russia and shit, niggas turned the fuck around like, this is as far as we need to go. You see what I'm saying? And so you see right here, Arabia Felix. Let me come on down. Now, this is what they teaching in the goddamn Bible. They teaching that. See, this is how you add on to some shit and try to change some shit. You see what I'm saying? They saying that this triangle is Mount Ararat. I smell a rat. You know, that's Mount Ararat. I think I smell a rat. You understand? Or Mount Arad, whatever one they want to call it. You understand? The resting place of Noah's Ark. And so from there, Noah, his three sons, and their three wives and his wife, which is 8 people, they come off the goddamn boat. And I don't know how in the fuck they had enough time to fuck and come up with enough people to build a goddamn ziggurat in goddamn the Tower of Babel. Goddamn. If you come off the goddamn boat, wait a minute, let me talk to motherfucker. If you come off the boat with 8 people, because that's what he say, come up off the goddamn boat. 8 goddamn people. You hear me? 8 goddamn people. And do you know how fucking long it would take to repopulate the motherfucking earth to even build a goddamn ziggurat? So you gonna land up in the mountains the Caucasus Mountains, because a lot of people don't know that Mount Ararat is in the lower Caucasus Mountains. You understand what I'm saying? I got something coming up. I think I'm gonna have to put that motherfucker on GeneralSeti.com though. The origins of the Uralian monkey. You understand? Remember who dropped that? Because I'm always dropping shit. Because a lot of people call them Caucasian. They're not Caucasian. I say they come back from further than the Caucasus Mountains. They come from past the Ural Mountains in Russia. So I call them the Uralian monkeys. Okay, you better keep up with me now. I ain't got long to fuck with you now. You got to get this shit. You know what I'm saying? The Uralian monkey. And so you see right there. Now, you gonna land your ship, your little ark. You ain't never heard of Hebrew. All the 99.9% of was pushing goats through the desert. Had never heard of a ship. I ain't heard one of them in a ship. Maybe in the New Testament, Jonah's ass got ate by the whale. So whatever little ship he was on, that shit didn't count. So maybe Jonah and Noah, the only motherfuckers that they got, and he wasn't on no ship. That motherfucker was on a little raft or something. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you tell me that this motherfucker landed a ark in the mountains, and look at this. And so he gonna come down. Let me take that out of there. He gonna come down all the way from out the mountains. Don't leave no civilization in the middle. Then started civilization deep in the south. No evidence of culture in between the mountains and the land of Shinar. Gonna start there. You understand what I'm saying? Gonna start there with 8 people. You understand what I'm saying? And build that civilization. And from there, in matter of fact, I don't know if the other brothers went to down there or they went on into Africa, but it says, I guess so, because it's saying that they left. And they left Shinar, and then Ham went into Africa, Japheth went into Europe, and Shem, Jotab went into Asia. Okay? And so I get that's their way of trying to say that Mesopotamia started Africa, which is a bunch of bullshit. Because when you see that it's coming from the south, you understand, and all evidence shows, you understand, based on human activity, that it's in the south of goddamn Africa, you could kill that goddamn noise. You understand what I'm saying? So we see not only we showing that at Arabia Felix, what some people call Sheba, Saba, you understand, the Sabaeans, you understand what I'm saying? We also talking about the Mesopotamians, the Sumerians, the Elamites. And you see right here, these mountains is a natural barrier that separate. This is really Africa. When you're talking about it, Africans dominated this area. Like I say, the African populated all of South Asia before any people, tens of thousands of years. I'm getting on that migration shit tomorrow. I'm cracking you niggas' head. Because that shit heavily tied to that sick damn evolution shit. And you see, now they trying to say that the Khoisan, at first they said, right, you hear them motherfucker. At first they said that hominoids and Neanderthals never mixed. Then they found out they had some Neanderthal in their blood. See how they keep changing this shit? That's why I don't fuck with no niggas that fuck with the white man science. Because I know your ass is full of bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? At first, they were saying, well, the hominoids and Homo sapiens and Homo sapien had no, they didn't interbreed with the Neanderthal. Then they found out the Caucasoid had Neanderthal in it. So he had to change that and say, well, yes, it probably did, because we see that it said that the only people that didn't have it was the African. Now they saying the Khoisan then went out into Asia, and somehow there was some intermixture with the Khoisan and the Neanderthal, and that the Khoisan brought the Neanderthal blood into Africa. They keep, you know what I'm saying? They're going to keep lying, and wherever they need to add a new lie, they're going to add. So that's the new lie. That show you right there 2 new lies. First, it wasn't no mixture with the Neanderthal and other hominoid. And now you find out that you got the Neanderthal, so you got to change that. The Caucasoid got Neanderthal blood, and that the only people on the planet that ain't got the Neanderthal was the African, because the Neanderthal didn't exist in Africa. He didn't exist in Africa. He existed in Europe. Now they want to say the Khoisan went out into Asia, inbred with the Neanderthal, and brought the Neanderthal blood back into Africa. This motherfucker lying every 2 days. He changing this shit up every 2 damn days. I'm telling you. So you got to stay on top of this shit. You see what I'm saying? That ain't no goddamn science. You understand what I'm saying? You got to change that shit that often. Nigga, you lying. Straight up. You lying. Okay, so you see right there, that's feet, that's Arabia, which later will become Arabia Felix, which is they call Happy Arabia. Okay, that's the happiest part of the land. Because all that other shit up there, straight desert. So when you get down here, you get some frankincense, you get some myrrh. Around there, you get some a lot of, some greenery, some vegetation. And so this shit up in here is useless. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get nothing but some goddamn, some mirages and some lot of damn motherfuckers who can't get across that damn desert in time. And some in the Bible, sometimes they were called the Sabaeans. Okay? And you see right here from Arabia, you see right there, you see Mesopotamia, you see over there would have been Elam, and you'd have seen these mountains is actually the borderline between Africa proper and Asia proper. You see what I'm saying? Africa proper and Asia proper. It was a border. So, when you talk about Arabia, that's Africa. Now, see right here, see how they trying to extend it up? All this shit is a goddamn desert. How the fuck you gonna call this a red? See, it's closer down here of what I've been showing you. You see what I'm saying? Not all that way up, and they trying to add Mecca and shit and this, that, and the third, which Mecca wasn't in that. Mecca wasn't in that. And so, how did they get across? You see the monsoon. You see October to March. Well, from April to September, the monsoons is blowing to Asia. And so at that time, let me see if I got that, if I still got that. No, you know what? Let me come up here. I need that. Right there, I need that. I need that. I got to bring that down. So you see how they come, because they got they got the natural monsoons that's blowing them in. You see what I'm saying? You can see right there. You can see right there. They're going straight to the Indus, and so that's why in India, you understand, the Naga Kush, which is Naga Kush long before it's India. You see right there the Indus, and then you'll see from the Indus, then they come around to the east of India through the Ganges, the valley of Ganges. You see what I'm saying? And then they come out the mouth of the Ganges and come over to where you see Angkor Wat, the Mon Khmer, even in Burma. You understand what I'm saying? Myanmar. You understand today, Myanmar. You understand what I'm saying? And then you got Cambodia, which was the Khmer, and then you got Champa, which is lower Vietnam. And so you see it all in the South. There's no goddamn doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. And nothing started from the north and come down. It all is coming from the south moving in. So that story about Noah landing on some goddamn and ain't brought shit, ain't no damn evidence. That's just like they said they had an exodus and you got 1 million motherfuckers and you moving across the goddamn desert for 40 years with 1 million motherfuckers. You ever been to a festivities downtown? You understand what I'm saying? Or any type of ticket or any parade or anything. When you get that many goddamn people together, it's gonna be garbage and shit everywhere. You're gonna find motherfuckers' IDs, motherfucking key. They sweeping up all kind of shit. So you mean to tell me you got 1 million motherfuckers in the desert for 40 years and you can't find a shoe, you can't find a skull, you can't find shit. So this is where this shit just go out the window. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have that many people and not have no goddamn evidence. Okay, so you see right here again that the winds is blowing, and so you got from April to September blowing towards Asia, and from October to March blowing back towards Africa. And so that right there set, the oceanic trade system. You understand with what we call, and I'm just using the Indian Ocean, but it's the Naga Kushite. All the nations on this ocean, this is the second world. Africa as a continent is the first world. But then when Africa began to migrate out, and as explorers, not as a motherfucker that's wandering, like how they have migration, that he just walking and shit aimlessly, going from land mass. That's bullshit. They went out as explorers. You understand? Expanding an empire. They wasn't just out there aimlessly walking. That's a bunch of bullshit. Because you see, wherever they landed, they established civilization. Okay? And it started and so he wasn't just walking, because if he was walking, it would have been a lot more areas of civilization than just, in Sumeria, and, those were particular locations that the Masu brought them to. And when you look at it, it was very similar to the area in which they come from. They didn't just go to anywhere. Just like, let me bring this motherfucker down too, because it tell it all. The bad motherfucker. You see that green to let you know. They didn't just go to anywhere. You understand? Now, when they came across here, it was just, it's some areas down there that's greener than what it looked. You see what I'm saying? But because it was so close, even militarily, you got to hold this down. You see what I'm saying? You got to, because this is, you can say the back door, but it ain't got to be the back door. You know what I'm saying? For Southern Africa is the front door, or Middle Africa is the front door, coming into the Red Sea or the Nile Valley. You see what I'm saying? And then you got, the canal, you got the Suez Canal in the north that will lead you into the Red Sea down and out. You see what I'm saying? So, this is very significant when you're talking about these land masses, because this is what dictate trade. You see what I'm saying? This canal, if you wasn't allowed to come through this canal up here in Egypt, the Suez Canal, which was cut before the Suez Canal, you know what I'm saying? That's the modern canal that was there. In ancient time, they had already dug it out so that ships can come from the Mediterranean down the canal into the Red Sea. And from that, they went into India, they went into Mesopotamia, and they went over into the other parts of, Angkor Wat, Cambodia, Vietnam, over into Japan and China. You see what I'm saying? So this was international trade. And that show you how mighty these civilizations, not just the pyramid, it's because they dictated so much of the global trade system. So many what I call power centers on the planet. This Suez Canal is a power center. You understand what I'm saying? That if you're going to be on top of the planet, you're going to be the leading empire, you're going to have your hands on that. You're going to have your hands on that. You're going to have your hands on the Gulf of Aden. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have your hands on these areas. So the Nile Valley controlled both of these doorways. You know, you had Aksum in Ethiopia, the Punt, the Puntite. And then you got this area right here at the tip of Somalia, Then you got this point right here, Ethiopia, Djibouti, Eritrea, right here. And then you got what you call, the Sheba or Saba, which is nothing but, which really is awesome. Okay, Ethiopia. That's all it is. Those are biblical names. So you control it here and you control it here. Okay, and so with that being mighty and all shipbuilding, then they came out and the monsoons will bring you right here to the Indies. You come around, they establish here, but they go because you got a river system. You got a river system right here. You know what I'm saying? And so you got a source of water, you got water for vegetation, and so on and so forth. And so they were already masters of, river systems in the Nile, the river systems in the Congo, river systems in the Niger, Limpopo, the Orange, the Zambezi. You see what I'm saying? And so you see right here in India, right here, what they call, I'm going to put that, do I got that, give me that star. So you see right here, Mohenjo-daro. Then you got Harappa. But you see the mountains. And I just seen a report where they already they didn't verify, even the Caucasoids and the Indians, that there was no northern input into the Indus. You understand? They want to try to say they're indigenous, but I didn't even heard Indians say where we come from. But I don't put nothing into that. We know that India broke away from Africa, number one. Okay, that's why they call it the subcontinent. That it was once a part of Africa and it crashed into Asia. Okay, and that's why the Himalaya mountains are the tallest mountains on the planet. Okay, and from here, you see it's going to go over into the Ganges River. You see right here, you see the Ganges. This is another plain where you got water, you got vegetation. And so first was the Indus, but then they went south. They went south too. They went south. So before they even got over here, the first empire of India was in the south. Now that's where many of them stone temples look like pyramids. I'm gonna show you one. Hold on, let me throw that in there. We're gonna be winding it up in a minute, family. Proving it without no doubt. Let a motherfucker lie, let a motherfucker cry. Ain't nothing I could do about that. Motherfucker, get you some Kleenex, wipe them goddamn tears, nigga, and get back to doing some real research, man. You done been taught wrong. Man, thank you. Thank yourself for fucking coming on General Seti YouTube page today and getting woke the fuck up. Because you've been walking around in misery too goddamn long. Thinking you know something, motherfucker got to start all over. Got to take that raggedy piece of paper and throw that motherfucker straight into God. Right here. Let me show you. This is one of them. That one right there. That's the Southern Temple. You see what I'm saying? Built in the style of ancient Egypt. I done went over this so many times, and I have no problem showing you that that's the Egyptian temple. You understand? You got the Venema in the back, which is the pyramid. This is the Holy of Holies. And this is the temple portion, leading back to the Holy of Holies. When you get to this Venema, it'll either be like a lingam or it'll be some deity that's in the Holy of Holies. You'll see the hypostyle hall is through here. So when you come to the Egyptian pyramid, you see the pyramid is in the back. You see right here the mortuary temple. And so there's no sense. So you see the hypostyle hall leading, and where the king or queen was buried, that's the Holy of Holies. And so in here, that's where the deity or the lingam would be. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't no goddamn doubt. And so in the south and so they destroyed a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? They destroyed a lot of them southern temples because you know they was connected to ancient Africa. Now the king that built this Astoa, when you go in there, he on the wall, the only picture that they know of him, and he got on a damn he got dreadlocks. He got dreadlocks. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's another thing that, tied in. He wasn't just, they got them damn locks from the African. You got them, some got woolly hair. And so you see right here, this is the Indus, and then they came on over and came out. You understand, on this side. You understand? And from there, they went on to Myanmar, Thailand, but more in the southern portion. You understand what I'm saying? Even that Pagan, that's further down here, whereas, these are mountains up in here. You understand what I'm saying? Even when you get over here to Cambodia and Angkor Wat, that's down here. You see the mountains is all up in here. So it's close. They're always going to go to area where there's some form of some green land. You understand? Some, where there's some rivers, where there's some flowing water. So you can survive. You can plant some crops and grow some goddamn crops. You see what I'm saying? And so we didn't went into the Indus River. And like I said, where they say right there, say Lothal or whatever, this area is where the city of Dwarka was. This is the Indian Atlantis. And this city, Dwarka, was built by none other than the god Krishna. So Krishna is the Christ of Hinduism. You see what I'm saying? So he built his city right here on the same side, closest to Africa. And many people, which, we shown that Krishna is none other than Osiris. And I had a passage, what I'm going to get, from Diodorus Siculus, the Roman from Sicily. You understand? Siculus from Sicily, where he said there was many legends that Osiris went into India, established agriculture, established city building, and all of that. We ain't got to make it up. Okay? Now let's go on down to this is Southern Europe. Don't need to, Southern Europe. Okay? And so Southern Europe, I mean, and when I mean top, I'm looking at Crete. Okay? Crete is the top of Europe. Okay? The Southern Europe is the top of Europe. Okay? Now, the earliest civilization of Europe is Crete in the south. Here we go again. Closest to Egypt. So as it moved down the river, you understand what I'm saying? It get to Egypt, then where do it go? As they come across, that right there lets you know they was on ships early. Even when you look at the Narmer's palette, they come down, even the first wars, they had ships. You understand what I'm saying? So the African been on ship tens of thousands of years BC. So the earliest civilization in Europe is Crete. Goddamn well ain't no white man originate on no island in the Mediterranean, and no man gonna originate on no damn island alone, and that's the only place he ever been. That's bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So the Africans are now coming across, and they land in the islands first. You see what I'm saying? They land in the islands first. So these areas, Spain, and we understand that, you got Tunisia, now was where Carthage was. Carthage controlled all of this, what we call Algeria. Well, it wasn't no Algeria. That's only Arab shit. Morocco, that's Arab shit. This was Carthage, and then Spain and Portugal also belonged to Carthage. You see what I'm saying? And so they were in control of all of that until they started warring with them goddamn Romans, and then they began to lose area. You even had New Carthage in Spain, a city called New Carthage in Spain. So Southern Europe is top Europe. You see what I'm saying? And so the Mycenaeans destroyed the Minoan civilization. which was on the island of Crete. Okay, they destroyed it around 1450. Okay, and so when you start looking at the Greek timeline, you look at the 500 to 300 golden age of Greece. Shit, that's right around the time Africans had fallen from grace in Egypt. So they didn't have no golden age. So all of their numbers, you just showing you that they really had nothing to do with civilization. When you look at Minoan civilization, which is on the island of Crete, that's 2700 BC to 1400 BC. Might have been a little earlier than that. And when you look at men, you understand Minoan is named after Menes, men, the god men. And you're going to see the Apis bull that they venerated, the Apis bull. This is Narma. Some people say Menes, or some people say Narma and Menes were two separate pharaohs. You understand what I'm saying? But you see right there, you see the brother look like Mike Tyson, got kind of goddamn favor me a little bit. You see what I'm saying? You see that Khoisan look in his eye. You see what I'm saying? You see the Apis bull. And now right here, you see the bull of Crete. So you see they venerated the bull. This is in ancient Egypt. You see that they venerated the bull. And then you look at Kenosis, and you see the bull horns out there. You could go to India, and you got Nandi, the bull, in front of all the temples. You see what I'm saying? And another thing about Crete that's very unique with ancient Egypt, there's only so many nations that had a hieroglyphic system. Crete, Egypt, Nubia, and the Olmecs. No other civilization that I know of, or the great civilizations, had a hieroglyph. You see what I'm saying? So that's very significant to show and prove how they would connect. Now this is off the wall of ancient Egypt to show you the Minoans. And they were very dark-skinned people. If a white man tried to get that dark today, his ass would be in the goddamn emergency room. You understand what I'm saying? And so you see here, this is the bull of Minoan bull of Crete, and you see Narma. This is from the Narma palette, where he's shown as the bull. You see what I'm saying? If you look on it, and you can see he's defeated his enemy. He didn't crash their fortification, because you see the blocks is down there, and this is a fort, and he didn't crash their fortification and defeated them. So you see he's also the bull, men. You see, and another thing which I remember when y'all saw this shit at, because I know I brought this right here. When you see him, when I looked, I said, goddamn, he only got one glove on his hand. That's very, very uniquely similar to the Nubian boxers with the one glove. You see what I'm saying? Very similar to the Nubian boxers with the one glove. Y'all better pay attention. You see what I'm saying? And so that's proven right there that, you know, I got Arabia Felix, which is Sheba, got Indus, Ganges River, lower India, your southern India, you got Crete. You see all in the south now. I want y'all to pay attention. Now, do I got America on here? I do. Where it's at, I don't know. There it is. And so you see, now when you look at it, I'm glad I came here because I had something I most definitely wanted to show. So you see, you know, from this point, Mexico is on top of United States and Canada. So when they talk about they came around, these motherfuckers came through the Bering Strait, them motherfuckers came through the bottom. They're just proving it. Any motherfucker talking about they came, well, what the fuck? Nigga, this is ice. Them motherfuckers was goddamn motherfucking, you know, cavemen and women. You understand what I'm saying? So when you talk about the Indian over here, he's nothing but the Indian that came across. they the same thing. And just like they say, oh, it's dark-skinned Indians, then you got the light one. No, goddamn it, you got motherfucker. You go to India, you got motherfucking light. You got them Southern Indians, you got them goddamn Northern Indians. All them motherfuckers looking like, and them same two came across there. Came across that Bering Strait. And so motherfuckers keep talking about, oh, they see these the dark Indians, trying to make it look like the light ones came later. No, they might have came later in development, but they came across that goddamn Bering Strait together. You see what I'm saying? And so don't try to play no motherfucking game. Them brothers, the light Indian and the pale Indian and them motherfuckers look just alike. Okay? Straight hair and every motherfucking thing. Same nose. Yeah, as they got lighter and whiter, the motherfuckers got weaker. You understand what I'm saying? But they had the same motherfucking characteristic. So you see, the earliest didn't start. If the Native American was really native, he would have the oldest civilization here. He don't. He do not. The African they done already found that African fossil in Brazil of that African woman. They lying trying to say she was Aboriginal. Aboriginal is African. God damn it, the Tasmanian people African. Don't want to hear nothing about that. You see what I'm saying? So you see that they came in, and so they had to hit these islands, which is known as Haiti and Cuba. So goddamn it, they hit them islands first, then they came on into the Gulf. And then they came from the Pacific Ocean, where you see Peru and this, that, and but the Olmecs had presence on both sides. They try to make it seem like they was just in this area off the Gulf of Mexico, but they have ports on the east coast of Mexico, and they have ports on the west coast of Mexico, and they sailed down, establishing what you call Machu Picchu and all of that. They got the evidence of the Olmec down in South America. So the Olmecs went all the way down into Peru, into Argentina, and not only did they come across the Atlantic, they came across the Pacific too. They hit what you call the Americas from both sides before any pale-haired white man or no damn Indian ever came to this land mass. Okay? So I'm tired of that. Motherfucker talking about they native. They ain't no goddamn native. Okay? So you see here, this is how they say they came. That's a goddamn lie. And then they want to make it seem like niggas had to sail all the way up to the ice sheet and then come down. But they want to show you all the islands that's out here. They want to make it look like it's all water. So you can't understand that they went from island to island and island until they got to Easter Island, and then they just went on across. You understand what I'm saying? They went from island to island to island. That's why you got people on each island. God damn it, if they didn't go from island to island to island to island, how the fuck do you got people on the motherfucker? You understand what I'm saying? So they kept exploring, and then they made the final jump from Easter Island to the west coast of South America. And so, but the Olmecs had already come down. You understand what I'm saying? Themselves. And established, because much of that is Olmec. Okay, much of that is Olmec. You know what I'm saying? And so, and again, you see right here, this is ice. So if you came through the Bering Strait at the bottom, you understand what I'm saying? Who do that? The African had already got over here. And so any motherfucker to talk about, and I'm about to get ready to end it and crush, and showing that all civilization on this planet came from the south, down north. Ain't no fucking Mount Ararat, ain't no goddamn Aryan, ain't no European, ain't no ancient civilization originated in the north. Every one of them got the oldest civilization in each continent is in the south, Crete, so-called Europe. Even when you're dealing with Africa, the beginning is in the south, at the beginning of the Nile, coming down into Egypt. And Nubia is more ancient than Egypt. So you can see that it's moving from the south down north. Then you got Sumeria right there on the Persian Gulf. The Africans sailing in from the monsoon. The earliest of the civilizations going to the east. India's right there on the east coast of India, closest to Africa. Everything is closest to Africa. The southern portion, closest to Africa, where the monsoons can easily bring you in. Even when you go over into, even further east, it's Angkor Wat, it's Champa civilization, the Burma, even the vast pyramid temples they got is in the south. Okay, no goddamn civilization came from the north, so we got to deal with that. You niggas is being boxed in, and if you ain't got that, then you ain't got no understanding of how this shit came to be. You understand what I'm saying? That's why motherfuckers, because you got too many, missing pieces to your motherfucking puzzle. And so you come up with Atlanta, the nigga gonna always go somewhere that a motherfucker just like, God damn, man, how can we prove that? You understand what I'm saying? Because you got too many links in your lying ass theory. So we have to get that together. And then when we establish ourselves as the fountainhead of all civilization, once we establish that, Southern Asia is a Kush Minor, that's one is our original colony that we established on this planet, and that the Indian Ocean is the Kushite Ocean, and that was the second world, Africa the first world, and then you got the Kush Indian Ocean is the second world. That's the next great empire that we established outside of Africa. And then the third, you got two third worlds. You got the third world where Africans establish creep and go into what we call Europe. And then you got the third world, you understand what I'm saying, where the African Kushites of Asia and the continental Africans come to the Americas. You see what I'm saying? But the so-called European didn't have nothing to do with that. That's why I say it's two third worlds, established at one time. The European and then the American empire that was established by the Olmecs. And only the African and the Asian came over. The Africans of Kush came, the Kushites of Asia came over here. Only those two branches. The European didn't have nothing to do with that, because in goddamn 1497 or 1472 or whatever the fuck it was, they was still talking about a motherfucker sell off the side of the goddamn planet. They was still talking about the motherfucking earth was flat and a motherfucker sail right on off the side of the goddamn planet. And that's why you silly ass niggas out here talking about the motherfucking earth flat. Your bitch ass is selling off the side of the goddamn planet because you silly. And that's why that just shrinks your motherfucking view of, how, the limit, the scope of your limitations have been shrunk. You understand what I'm saying? And so, family, today, glad to be back. I got shit lined up. Believe me, when I stay gone for a minute, I got shit lined up. So you guarantee I will be dropping real soon. And I'm strong, I'm vigorous. Check me out, family. KingSeti.com. Got some fly shit over there, family. Ain't gonna lie to you. Ain't gonna lie to you at all. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass on over there. Check it out. Got new jewelry for the kings, queens, new shirts. I got shit coming. God damn it. It's all about black business, black trade, and that's what the fuck we gonna do. You understand what I'm saying? Get your black ass on over there and get fly. Get you some wisdom. Get you some power. KingSeti.com. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Get on over there. GeneralSeti.com in the house. Seti University. Building up. Family they realizing how powerful that is. I see it. Family saying, damn. So get on over there. Got tons of videos over there. Patreon, General Sarasu Seti just dropped Ancient Egypt and West African connection, continental glory. Check it out. Power. power, goddammit. We destroying all myths. Glad to be back, family. Patai, you in the house out there? There, I see you, King. Stay with me, bruh. Stay with me, man. Stay with me. I see you, dog, every time. You right there. You know what I'm saying? You right there. All right, family. Look out for me. Black tomorrow, goddammit. Class is in session. This is the General Sarasu Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power. Wait a minute, let me take that out of there. I got to see that black power for real. Black power.